Welcome, incredible mysteries viewers, to a place where time itself seems to have stood still. In the harsh, desolate landscape of the Sierra Nevada lies a town that refused to die, yet is no longer alive. Its dusty streets are empty. Its buildings whisper of a forgotten past, and a chilling silence hangs in the air. Tonight, we journey into the sun-bleached solitude of the ghost town of Bodie, California, frozen in time. Part 1: The Rise of a Wild West Metropolis. The story of Bodie begins in 1859, when a prospector named W.S. Bodie discovered gold in the hills east of the Sierra Nevada. It was a modest find at first, but over the next 2 decades, the trickle of fortune became a flood. By the late 1870s, Bodie had transformed from a handful of cabins into a bustling, lawless metropolis of up to 10,000 people. This was the quintessential Wild West town. Its main street was a cacophony of commerce and vice, lined with saloons, dance halls, gambling dens, and brothels. It had a school, a bank, a railway, and all the trappings of a successful boomtown. It was a place of wild ambition and quick fortunes, a beacon for those seeking to strike it rich and start a new life. But beneath the surface of its dazzling prosperity lay a dark heart. Part 2: The dark side of a boomtown. Bodie's reputation was as infamous as its wealth. The town's climate was brutal, with harsh winters and blistering summers. Life was cheap, and justice was often swift and violent. It was said to be a sin lashed by the tempests of lust and passion. Gunfights, brawls, and murders were so common that Bodie earned a chilling nickname, the Bad Man from Bodie. A popular saying of the era was, "Goodbye, God, I'm going to Bodie." This wasn't just a turn of phrase. It was a grim acknowledgement of the town's wicked reputation and the high probability of not returning home alive. The allure of gold and the promise of a new life came at a steep, often fatal, price. The town was a brutal and unforgiving place, and its silent buildings today still seem to hold echoes of that violence. Part 3: The Vanishing Act and the Arrested Decay. Like all gold rushes, Bodie's boom was not destined to last. By the 1880s, the gold veins began to run dry. New strikes in other areas of the West, combined with the town's ruthless reputation, began to lure people away. The Great Exodus began. While some held on, the town slowly bled residents year after year. By the 1930s, Bodie was little more than a memory, a few hundred souls clinging to the past. The final blow came in 1932, when a devastating fire, accidentally started by a young boy playing with matches, destroyed the majority of the town. Only a small fraction of the buildings were left standing, preserving a snapshot of Bodie's life in the early 20th century. In 1962, the town was designated as a state historic park. saved from complete decay by a unique policy of arrested decay. This means the town is preserved exactly as it was found, left to slowly surrender to the elements, its final moments frozen in time. Part 4. The Curse of the Ghost Town Today. Bodie is a ghost town in the truest sense. But it's not just the buildings that remain. A powerful local legend has taken hold. The Curse of Bodie. It is said that anyone who takes a souvenir from the town, be it a nail, a shard of glass, or even a small rock, will suffer a terrible streak of bad luck. The misfortune only ceases when the item is returned to Bodie. The State Park Office has received hundreds of letters over the years from people returning their stolen mementos, pleading for the curse to be lifted. They confess to car accidents, financial ruin, or inexplicable illnesses that began shortly after they left the town. The phenomenon is so common that park rangers refer to it as the Curse of Bodie. As you walk the streets of Bodie, you can almost hear the echoes of the miners, the gunshots from the saloons, and the screams of a town consumed by greed and violence. The curse is a powerful reminder that some places hold on to their past fiercely, their stories lingering in the very dust and stones of the earth. Is the curse real? Or is it a psychological trick played by a town that simply refuses to be forgotten? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as fascinated by hidden historical truths and the supernatural as we are, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Incredible Mysteries for more journeys into the shadows of the past.